Okay, and finally, here's my interview with Carmen Montiel, who's running for Texas Congress, Congressional District 18. Enjoy. Hey, you guys, I'm really excited to bring you this candidate today because we have a very interesting race going on in Houston right now. The late Sheila Jackson Lee died in office about a year or so ago. And then Sylvester Turner, our former mayor, took her spot. And then he passed away. And so right now there's a special election going on in a district that is normally very heavily Democrat. But right now, I believe the Republicans are outvoting Democrats 2-1. So there is a very interesting chance that a Republican could actually win this. And so I wanted to bring to you guys Carmen Montiel, who is the little candidate that could. She has run for this race several times. And right now, I imagine she's got some pretty high name recognition. So, Carmen, how is everything going out there on the campaign trail?
Well, it's going great. And the energy is unbelievable. As you know, I am consistently second in the polls in a field of 16 candidates. But in reality, there is only 4 that we are at the top. So I am consistently second, and then the other 3 Democrats, Christian Menefee, Amanda Edwards, and Yolanda Jones. And what is funny is that depending on who makes the poll, which campaign has the poll done, Yolanda had the poll done, so of course she's first and second. And then the other 2 are pushed back to third and fourth. So Amanda Edwards, her campaign makes the poll, and of course Amanda Edwards is first and I'm second, and the other 2 are third and fourth. So the interesting thing is I'm never been moved to third and fourth. I'm consistently second. Same thing happened with Christian Menefee. So that should tells you a lot. And
yeah, it does. I know Jolanda. I always joked around like it would be real wild to see her and Jasmine Crockett, out ghetto each other. Those 2 would hate each other. And that kind of
God help us.
God help us. That would be funny to watch. But let's hope that this is the year that a Republican can actually break through. And the reason you may have an actual shot is because we're splitting that Democrat vote between those 3 top vote getters or those 3 top candidates.
There is others. There is a guy that is also a Democrat that he was like dead last also, at the bottoms with the one that have 1% and 2%. Which is pretty much the rest of all the 16s. The only one that counts is this 3-4. But he raised a significant amount of money, and now people are talking about him. So it'll be actually 4 Democrats that are going to split that vote. Is Menefee, Edwards, Jones, and Martin. So that's all good for me because I'm the one with the name recognition and the one that has been campaigning for 7 months. Many people jump into this race at the last day on September 3rd. You don't have time to campaign. It's too late. And I think that these 4 so-called Republicans that you've never seen in the party before until now, or some of them are not even showing up, just sign up on the deadline, which was September 3rd. So it's just sabotage because they knew how solid I am, not only in the polls, but how solid my campaign is.
Well, so speaking of that, you don't live in the district, correct?
Well, I'm a block away from the district on the west side.
You're a block away. So yeah. when we think of that district, and it is going to be redistricted, but that's not going to take place until next year. Yeah. So it is a majority Black district. How are you reaching across and trying to reach those Black voters who maybe not only have never voted Republican before, but wouldn't really think of you as their people? Like, how are you trying to bridge that gap?
Well, right now, as it is, which is for these runs, is 45% Latino. And the second group of demographics is the Blacks with 31 and 17 white.
I thought it was a majority Black because we've had Sheila for so long. And
he used to be. And that's why when I run in 2022, that it became mostly Latino. She was so worried in 2022. And of course, she cheated again. because it's impossible with the changes of the Latino vote, and 20% of what it is now, that's the other issue, of the new area in the map used to belong to District 2, which is Dan Crenshaw, Republican. So it's impossible. She was able to win again with 70%, as always does. But anyways, that's what we're fighting now. We're fighting the fraud. We're being able to contain the ballot by mail, because now it went back to Ken Paxton so he can prosecute this. And, right now we are, targeting the Latinos, and also the Blacks are tired. The Black community are tired of being used by their so-called same people. And I own property in the east side of the district. So those are my tenants. And next year, this district, that's why, thanks God, federally, you don't have to live in the district, because they keep on changing the lines. You might live in the district now, might not next year, But next year, it goes back to be majority Black again, and goes all the way down to Fort Bend. And let me tell you, what happened is I have a great rapport with the Black community. And I'm working already to solve a major issue in the district, in the east side, which is the cancer cluster. And many people in the city in Houston live here, and they don't know about the contamination in the Fifth Ward in Kashmir Garden, the so-called cancer cluster, that have killed complete families, because the contamination was created by Union Pacific with the creosol. And they know, all the politicians, even Sheila, they knew about it. They talked about it, never did anything.
That's interesting. I've never heard of that before.
See, many people that live in Houston don't know about this problem. Mm-hmm. And what Sheila did was she brought Aaron Brockovich. You remember Aaron Brockovich, the real one, to take for a picture opportunity right there in the contamination site, but nothing was done. So already working, to get my hands on and solve and clean, because Union Pacific's being ordered to clean, the contamination. And what happens is they're not doing. EPA is not getting involved and forcing to do it. And thanks God, like I said, I'm a great position for my district, because I'm in the majority, Angela, and I can get things done for my district. And then we have a president that is a doer, and the contamination, a Fifth Ward, is one of the things I'm going to bring to him and ask him to help me.
Well, that'll be very interesting, because if you can win, and obviously in the midterms, like you said, it's going to be redistricted it's going to be majority Black. So that certainly you have a very short window to kind of get some things done and to put some things on Trump's radar that would hopefully keep the district, if you win, in Republican hands. Real quick, the Christian Menifee thing, there was Aubrey Taylor, who is an equal opportunity shit stirrer, which I love about him.
Yes.
He had a blog post last week, and he talked about how Christian Menifee's campaign was essentially caught ballot harvesting, which is illegal in the state of Texas. What do you know about that?
Well, the ballot harvesters are there at every campaign, because not only they harvest ballots, but they work at every poll station, providing workers to be, electioneers. Electioneers are these people that are saying, hey, vote for Carmen. Like today, I'm with my uniform and handing push cards. So they offer the whole package. The whole package is the ballot harvesters, and I give you the electioneers, and you have all these people working.
Oh, let me stop you real quick. Am I mistaken? Is ballot harvesting not illegal in Texas? For some reason, I thought it was.
Ballot harvesting is illegal.
Oh, it is illegal. Okay.
These people that do the ballot harvesting, they offer a whole package. So ballot harvesting, and then, get the electioneers. Mm-hmm. So I have met many of them, and they have come and offer me, to work with, because they offer for everybody, and they probably get money for everybody, and they only advance one candidate. And the funny thing is, many Republicans have participated, because they have given me the name of the Republicans. And the funny thing is, the Republicans don't win. So this time around, and I always say, no, thank you, that's illegal. I don't want to be part of anything illegal. The day I win, which I will win next week, is going to be because I earned it, and we did it, all Republicans.
I mean, you're it is impressive that you haven't given up. You've run in several cycles.
My third.
And if you win next week, or if we go to a runoff, which I'm sure that there's going to be a runoff, that's when it's going to get interesting, and that's when the rubber's really going to meet the road. Who do you think? Like, what's your gut say of if you make the runoff, who's going to be there with you? My gut, I don't know, man. I mean, I think Yolanda's got
any of the three. I would say mostly either Menifee or Yolanda.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda is too gray as a candidate. I don't know what she's running. She's great. She have nothing to say, nothing to offer. Lately, she started like the other candidate, because all the other Democratic candidates they don't say anything about the district. They don't have a plan for the district. The Democrats don't have platform right now. Their only platform is, we're going to go there to fight Trump. And they mention Trump so often that you would think they're running for president. Actually, it's ridiculous. So, and Amanda was not saying that until lately. So that's why I said I see probably more Menifee and Yolanda. Mm-hmm. Definitely this other guy that's now make money is sending mailers, is going to take votes away from all of them and all the other Democrats. But, you saw what Yolanda said last week.
I was going to mention that's going to be a great campaign ad.
Well, let me tell you, we use it because one of the things she admitted when she went and attacked Republicans, which is
Let me tell you, set that up, set that CNN video up. In fact, let's roll that clip.
Okay.
No, it absolutely doesn't work. I'm from the hood, okay? So when a bully comes, like, if there are no rules, you literally have to figure it out. So Donald Trump has changed things, and people trying to do what's always been done is not going to work. And I think that's why Democrats are losing black people. That's why they're losing poor people, because poor people, all they want is for us to fight. So if you hit me in my face, I'm not going to punch you back in your face. I'm going to go across your neck. Because we can go back and forth fighting each other's faces. You've got to hit hard enough where they won't come back. And so, for the same way I went to New York and spoke with Governor Kathy Hochul and said, if they're going to try to wipe us out in Texas, we need to wipe out every Republican in New York, in California, in Illinois.
Okay, so we saw what Yolanda said. Essentially, like, got to get rid of all the Republicans, putting her... It's like, okay.
Growth of all Republicans. Don't tell me that's not like a regime plan, okay? Yeah. But the other thing she admits is we're losing the vote of the Blacks and the Latinos. Mm-hmm. So you see they're desperate.
Yes.
They know they're set to lose this seat. And they know not only they lost already the Latinos, but even the Blacks. The black men are voting Republican more and more every time. And they're realizing they're being used. They're tired of the empty promises that never happen. So that's why they're voting Republican. And that's why what she did, not only she was trying to get attention, of course, but it was an act of desperation, especially when she admitted we're losing the vote of the Blacks and the Latinos. And that's telling.
Well, that's what happens when you can't figure out what a woman is and go to bat for illegals and trannies. Like, I don't make the rules, but the rules exist. Okay, Carmen, how can people support you in this last week? Because this is exciting. And I'll be honest, I don't know when we're going to get this video out, but hopefully it's going to be in the next couple of days. And this is certainly a race to watch.
We need volunteers, so go to carmenforcongress.com, but for Congress with number 4, carmenforcongress.com. You can sign in for volunteers. Just donate whatever you can. It makes a difference. $5 will get us a sign and a push card. I have a lady that is the sweetest thing. She lives in the district, and she donates every week $1. It's amazing.
I love that.
So I'm going to call her to be in the watch party because, that she's part of this. And it means a lot that she is making that effort, and because she wants change. She lived in the district in the east side. So I appreciate that. And that's what you can do. We need volunteers, for all, like I said, electioneers at the polling place, making calls, doing all that we have to do. and make the difference. I have another interview later today with Matt Getz, and I'm getting there, and we're gonna make this is gonna be an earthquake.
Well, Carmen, it's very exciting to imagine that CD-18, which was, Sheila Jackson Lee's seat, could flip. I mean, that would be an earthquake, and it may be a temporary earthquake, but it would be an earthquake nonetheless.
No, listen, I get there. I don't have much time, but I do the right things. And why would people change it? When people see that I'm in the right track, which is something they never saw in the last 30 years, why will they change this? And that's what's important here for people to realize it. And that's why they're nervous. Because every time we go to a debate, I have a plan. They don't have a plan. They're just full of hate. They hate Trump. And they don't realize that when she said what she did, she's putting my life at risk because I'm the top Republican in this race. And ever since what she did, I'm not running anymore, Angela. I'm afraid to go run because it might spark somebody to say, well, she said that.
Yeah.
That might mean that I can go ahead and do it.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. All right, Carmen, best of luck. We're all watching this, and we will see what happens next Tuesday.
Well, Carmen, go to vote. Tell everybody to go to vote.
Go vote, CarmenForCongress.com, and we will see you next time, everybody.
Remember, last name in the ballot also.
Last name in the ballot. All right, thanks, Carmen. You're listening to Angela Box Show. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, that is today's episode. Please let me know what you think down below. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. And I will see you in the next episode. Thy will be done. Bye.